The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
Guys, the anticipation for the steel cage match has been absolutely unreal.
And with good reason. There's nothing quite like witnessing a steel cage match live and in person.
Ready for some mayhem? Ready for some havoc?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
Ruby Riott's made it her personal mission to make life miserable for everyone born entitled, everyone handed anything. That do-it-yourself ethos has served Ruby Riott incredibly well throughout her career.
Mayhem, havoc, Ruby Riott is here.
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, the Queen. Introducing the champion from Lafayette, Indiana. She is the NXT Women's Champion, Ruby Riott.
Plant your butts in those seats and get ready. Steel cage action kicking off here, guys.
Uh-oh. What a hurricanrana. Oh, from behind. Boom!
Boom, what impact!
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy. Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall, submission, or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts to compete in the match were signed. Talking about history, at WrestleMania 2, WWE unveiled the redesigned steel cage with solid steel blue bars before returning to chain link mesh in the late 1990s.
There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be thrown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
You spoke about this earlier, Corey. It's crucial for a WWE superstar to fully understand the gravity of the situation they're in when they battle inside a 15-foot-high steel cage. An individual must be ready to endure pure brutality and be prepared for the fight of their life. No one leaves a steel cage match without scars.
Corey, you said something of value for once, in that anything is legal inside the steel cage. To that point, something else we've seen over the years is interference. Whether it's The Undertaker coming up through the ring or John Cena getting bashed in the head with the cage door from the outside, it's all legal in the cage. The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cages stacked on top of each other, like WCW's Tower of Doom.
Byron, when we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them, I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. Just goes to show you that times may change, but the objective to destroy an opponent remains the same. There's still no better way to settle a score than to do battle with your adversary inside a steel cage.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Oh! Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael, the steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest. We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
Beautiful technique.
Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
Harsh impact. This might be it. Oh, my.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Ooh, what impact. Given their performances tonight, it's too bad one of these superstars has to walk out of here on the losing end.
Nailed it.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Oh, nasty impact.
The challenger in some big trouble here. Momentum doesn't appear to be on the challenger's side here tonight.
Well, this is where we're gonna find out what these women are made of. They appear to be absolutely drained, but I'm willing to bet there's no quit in them. These superstars wearing the wounds right now of
This steel cage match is in the books.
That match deserves another look, folks.
Here is your winner, and still NXT Women's Champion,
And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a feeling we're going to be talking about her for a long time to come.
Wow. Just wow. I'm speechless. What an amazing match.